Hello, sports fans. Welcome to the Oklahoma Sports Report. I'm Rick Heath. With me, Mark Rodgers. And Mark, we are at a wonderful place that we love, Pub W in Norman and Brookhaven. And what a great place it is to do a show from.
I love it. This is a great place to hang out. Great televisions, great setup all the time here at Pub W.
Well, you know, and they got a brand new smokehouse menu we're going to get into a little bit later. And they're the best happy hour in Oklahoma City and Norman. There's 3 of them around. You can find one nearest you and watch Thunder, watch college football, World Series, all of that. You notice I call it World Series.
Yeah.
Remember Blackie Sherrod from the Dallas Morning News?
Of course.
He was a great columnist I used to read all the time, and he called it the World Series because everybody took it so serious in those days. Lots of things happening. I guess the biggest thing, of course, is University of Oklahoma is jumping out of the Lane Kiffin frying pan into the Josh Heupel fire this week.
Yeah, it'll be a big challenge. Tennessee has a very good offense, a defense that should be exploitable for Oklahoma. And it's another game in the SEC where things can go either way. So you have to play well. I don't think OU played their best game last week, so they need to step it up a little bit this week.
Well, they're going to have to. You play Tennessee Neyland at night. That's going to be the biggest thing. 100,000 screaming volunteer fans, checkerboard end zones, all of that. Neyland at night's going to be the most crazy place I think OU's played in years. Neyland at night on this coming Saturday.
You're right. That I've not been to that venue. I'm looking forward to being there on Saturday. So I'm excited to see it for the first time.
Well, it's going to be full, 100,000 plus, and the Tennessee fans that I know keep screaming. Neyland at night is not like anything. Even Death Valley, LSU, they say can't hold a candle to Neyland at night. So we will see this coming Saturday. Hey, Mark Rodgers and I are here at Pub W, where they have a brand new smokehouse menu featuring pork chops, sandwiches, kielbasa, and a wonderful sirloin, all available at the smokehouse menu for Pub W. We'll be right back after this.
If you've been in an automobile accident, you need expert medical evaluation and care. Just like in football, every team needs a leader to reach the goal line. Dr. Lopez will be the quarterback of your care. With a trusted network of specialists, he makes sure every part of your injury is treated the right way. As a board-certified, fellowship-trained trauma specialist, Dr. Lopez brings years of experience to your recovery. Concussions are often overlooked, but we use the iBox concussion system, the only FDA-approved office-based device for detecting concussions. Play it safe. Get checked out without delay. Call the OKC Car Crash Clinic at 405-86-CRASH today. Your health is too important to wait.
Reveal the skin you've always wanted with Morpheus 8 at the new laser light. Combining the power of microneedling and radio frequency, Morpheus 8 stimulates collagen production to tighten, smooth, and contour your skin. It's a non-surgical solution for scars, wrinkles, and other blemishes, perfect for your face, neck, and body. Experience youthful, radiant skin with minimal downtime. Schedule your consultation today at the new laser light and discover a new you with Morpheus 8.
The garage is more than just a place to fix up the classic car. It's also a place to watch an instant classic. Or write the next great classic rock song. The garage, the place to keep it classic.
If you've been injured in an auto accident, you need to contact Dr. Martin Lopez at the OKC Car Crash Clinic. There you will be evaluated and treated by a board-certified and fellowship-trained specialist with 3 decades of clinical expertise. Concussions are an injury that are frequently underdiagnosed. At the Oklahoma City Car Crash Clinic, we utilize the iBox concussion assessment system to help further evaluate you. For an evaluation, please contact the Oklahoma City Car Crash Clinic at 405-86-CRASH or check us out at okccrash.com.
Charles, I do quite enjoy Oklahoma, but I do declare I miss the pub. Oh, Michael, you silly muppet. Why don't we just go to Pub W? You plonker. Pub W. It's Oklahoma's pub with all your favorites. Fish and chips, pigs in a blanket, chili lime chicken salad, and of course, whiskey. You said whiskey, my good man? Indeed I did. Pub W, Oklahoma's pub.
Welcome back. Mark Rodgers, Rick Heath from Pub W, Brookhaven in Norman, where you can watch all the games and have all the fun you want at happy hour, 3 to 6 every day, and also have Saturday and Sunday brunches at Pub W. Mark, one of our favorite sponsors, T&W Tire, sir.
That's right. They got locations all over Oklahoma and the Southwest, Midwest portion of the United States, and they service individuals. They can also service fleets, service the oil field. If you have your car and you need a new set of tires, they can get you a great price. We'll do a good job for you. If your check engine light is on, they can also do that. So they do oil changes, but they've been in business for 40 years. Great Oklahoma-owned company, family-owned.
Can they retire the Sooner Schooner? I mean, they kind of had a blowout last Saturday against Ole Miss.
They did have a blowout. I think they can take care of the Sooner Schooner.
T&W Tire can take care of anything, and Sooner Schooner certainly needs a lift going into Knoxville against Josh Heupel and the Tennessee Volunteers. Let's talk about OU's offense going in. As you said, Tennessee's defense, I mean, it's okay. I mean, it's in the SEC. All defenses are going to have great, good to great players in certain instances. They may not all have a complete defense. Tennessee's giving up a lot of points, but OU's offense hasn't scored. Tennessee's giving up 31 points a game. OU's offense hasn't scored more than 27 in any SEC contest in the last year and a half.
Yeah, Oklahoma hasn't scored 30 points against a Power 4 team since 2023, the last game of the regular season against TCU. So the offense has to be better, and everybody always wants to figure out the blame and assess the blame. I mean, that there's blame to go around everywhere. There's blame. To me, at the quarterback spot, there's blame in terms of the coordination of the offense. There's blame on the offensive line. And so they've got a lot of work to do. We've seen John Mateer play well. He has to play better than he's played against Texas.
He has to play his best game of the year this Saturday if OU's going to win.
Well, it's a huge opportunity for him. But the Tennessee defense is vulnerable. Oklahoma should be able to score. I think they should have done a better job of scoring last week, but Ole Miss won a lot of individual battles against the offensive line. And so I think it's going to take a much better game plan. It's going to take better blocking. It's going to take better passing and all of that.
Other than that, though, they have a chance, right?
Yeah, right. They do have a chance.
Other than blocking better, running better, passing better, catching better, and a better offensive game plan.
Yeah, I think the OU defense will play better, too. I think Lane Kiffin really had OU second-guessing themselves. They did some things that messed with Oklahoma's play calling on defense. Oklahoma likes to see formations. They hid those and disguised those at times. So I think that OU will have a better defensive game, too.
Well, let's come back to the offense. As I just said, John Mateer needs to have his best game. He had a good half against Auburn, then and then finished pretty strong with the hurt hand. Since that time, he has not had a good game. He has now had 3-4 weeks to get well, if he is well, and he needs to be helped by Ben Arbuckle. You mentioned it. This needs to be a better game plan than what they had against Mississippi, because they didn't do they didn't do John Mateer. I started to say Jackson Arnold, which that's a bag throw.
I thought you were about to say they didn't do Jack Squat, but they didn't do that either.
Yeah, they didn't do Jack Squat. But Ben Arbuckle needs to come up with a better game plan. They need to give him an opportunity to succeed, not make him have all 3 or 4 different kinds of reads. Go ahead and outline it to him. Run the ball when you can if you have success, but have some underneath passes. Have some easy passes to complete.
Well, the Ole Miss defensive line was very disruptive. I mean, and so OU did get some big plays out of that, but being able to sustain runs or being able to have short passes where you move the ball and you can give the offense some timing is a critical aspect of it that you just haven't had this year.
Just hadn't been able to do that. And Natalie's coming here. Queso Fundido. Look at this. This is wonderful. Queso Fundido, chips and queso with peppers. Woo! That looks good, and we will have to have some of that. Maybe that will light the fire that John Mateer needs to play a good game Saturday in Tennessee.
I think it will.
There you go. Hey, you can come by Pub W and get queso fundido as a shareable. You can enjoy the smokehouse menu, the new one, which they have smoked sausage, white bread, sandwiches, kielbasa, a pork chop, and a wonderful sirloin, all with the new smokehouse menu at Pub W. We'll be right back after this.
I'm Oklahoma Sooner quarterback John Mateer. My job is to move the ball down the field and get the Sooners across the goal line. If you have been injured in an auto accident, you need a pro to be the quarterback of your medical care needs. Right here is your guy for the job.
Thanks, John. I'm Dr. Martin Lopez with the Oklahoma City Car Crash Clinic. I'm a specially trained physician with decades of training experience to help get injured Oklahomans back into the game of life.
Make your best play. Call and contact Dr. Lopez at 405-86-CRASH or visit okccrash.com.
Reveal the skin you've always wanted with Morpheus 8 at the new laser light. Combining the power of microneedling and radio frequency, Morpheus 8 stimulates collagen production to tighten, smooth, and contour your skin. It's a non-surgical solution for scars, wrinkles, and other blemishes, perfect for your face, neck, and body. Experience youthful, radiant skin with minimal downtime. Schedule your consultation today at the new laser light and discover a new you with Morpheus 8.
Mark, one of our good friends, T&W Tire, is sponsoring us this year. Talk to us about T&W Tire.
Well, we love T&W Tire. They're the sports animal locks of the week, so you're always going to get some good advice on that. T&W Tire started off in Oklahoma in the 80s with 5 locations, and they've grown to 30 locations that are all across the Southwest, the Midwest part of the United States. So if you need tires for a fleet of vehicles, that's what they really specialize in. They do a great job with that. But T&W is more than just tires. If your car has the check engine light on, you can roll in there, oil change, they do it all. They'll usually give you a diagnostic exam for free when you go in there. So check them out, man. They do great customer service. Love the guys at the location on 25 North Council Road over there, but they've got locations all over. As we said, great family-owned business.
The garage is more than just a place to fix up the classic car. It's also a place to watch an instant classic. Or write the next great classic rock song. The garage, the place to keep it classic.
Charles, I do quite enjoy Oklahoma, but I do declare I miss the pub. Oh, Michael, you silly muppet. Why don't we just go to Pub W? You plonker. Pub W. It's Oklahoma's pub with all your favorites. Fish and chips, pigs in a blanket, chili lime chicken salad, and of course, whiskey. You said whiskey, my good man? Indeed I did. Pub W. Oklahoma's pub.
If you've been injured in an auto accident, you need to contact Dr. Martin Lopez at the OKC Car Crash Clinic. There you will be evaluated and treated by a board-certified and fellowship-trained specialist with 3 decades of clinical expertise. Concussions are an injury that are frequently underdiagnosed. At the Oklahoma City Car Crash Clinic, we utilize the iBox concussion assessment system to help further evaluate you. For an evaluation, please contact the Oklahoma City Car Crash Clinic at 405-86-CRASH or check us out at okccrash.com.
And welcome back. Mark Rodgers, Rick Heath from Pub W, where Natalie has struck again.
Delicious food keeps coming.
The fisherman's platter, shrimp and fish, fries, and we've got the queso fundido. And wow, you can get all of this at Pub W. There's 3 of them, one on Memorial, one on South May, and one here in Norman at Brookhaven. Pub W has wonderful, if you think this food is good, Mark, Saturday and Sunday brunch.
Fried chicken?
Oh man, they got fried chicken. They got all kinds of wonderful brunch items you can only get Saturday and Sunday. Plus, if you want to watch World Series, you want to watch the Thunder play, or you want to watch Saturday football, Monday night football, Thursday night football, whatever, Pub W's have plenty of TVs and great food to go along with it at Pub W. And I got to mention also, if you're going to Tennessee, you need a hat. You need a Sooner type hat. Surfandturf.com. SoonerandTurfGolf.com has all kinds of Sooner hats. They have them at OU's Jimmy Austin. They have them at Westwood here in Norman. They have them at lots of places around. Get a Sooner hat courtesy of SurfandTurf.com and Surf and Turf Golf SoonerHat.com, and you can find a great Sooner hat just for you. Golly, it's hard for me not to just grab one of these.
Go right ahead.
Oh, man, a French fry. It hits the spot. Speaking of hitting the spot, the defense, OU's defense, needs to play better and hit the spot in Knoxville in front of 100,000 screaming volunteer fans. Mark, what do they need to do?
Well, it's a little worrisome that they had their worst game against their really first quarterback that provided some kind of test for them. Tennessee's Joey Aguilar, the quarterback at Appalachian State, they made the most out of a bad situation at Tennessee when Nico Iamaleava left and go to UCLA, or basically tried to tell them, hey, I want more money, and they were like, oh, hey, I don't know if we have more money to give you.
Bye-bye.
And so Josh Heupel really does a good job of coaching offense. Last year, Tennessee was one of the nation's leading rushing teams. This year, they've transitioned to one of the nation's leading passing teams. And so I think he really utilizes what the strength of offense is. It's a different type of quarterback. Aguilar is not a guy that will scramble or run a lot. He's going to be a drop back passer a lot, similar to the way that Josh was when he was at Oklahoma. But it's going to be a big challenge for this defense because they can throw the ball.
They had
and
three
they can run it.
100-yard receivers against Kentucky.
Yeah.
OU hadn't had one yet. So they've had three in one game.
And Kentucky has a good defense.
And they do. That's one of the few strengths that Kentucky has.
Yeah.
And yet they shredded him for 56 points. There were 396 yards. He was 20 of 26. Aguilar was 20 of 26. I mean, those are numbers that you just go, gosh, that's hard to top.
Yeah, it is. So Oklahoma will have to, I think that they're going to have to play more sound. You're not going to be able to give up, rushing yards. But if the quarterback, it's one of the toughest things I think on Brent's defense is a lot of blitzing and a lot of pressuring. And if you have a quarterback that can take off, that can defeat those type of defenses pretty easily. So it's a different test this week, and one I think will suit the OU defense a little bit better.
Well, and one of the things that they'll need to do. I see Natalie coming by with something else here. Oh
man.
Oh my! This is the
rosemary
sirloin, the smoked sirloin with baked potatoes. Oh wow! Now that, my friends, is something.
You get good service here too, Rick. That's
great
impressive.
service. Look at that. Look at what they've given us here. I've forgotten what we're talking about. Now I'm carried away with this wonderful food. But I tell you one thing, Cortland Guillory. Okay, he played well. He's a freshman. He'll need to play well again Saturday. But he played well enough for us to name him the OKC Car Crash Clinic Defensive Play of the Week. Cortland Guillory stopping lots of plays last week against Mississippi. He's a freshman that stuck with it, played well. One of the few that actually did his part of the job against the receivers when he could. So Cortland Guillory, the freshman, is our OKC Car Crash Clinic Player of the Week for defense. And if you have the misfortune to have a car crash, call the Oklahoma City Car Crash, OKC Car Crash Clinic, and Dr. Marty Lopez and his staff will help make it a lot more easy on you to go through the system. They'll help you relieve your pain and help you with your insurance claim, all at one place. OKC Car Crash Clinic and Dr. Martin Lopez. One of the things that I think is going to be a key is can they, as you said, get pressure on a quarterback and get him uncomfortable. Now, the Sooners have been able to do that up to this point. They weren't able to do it against Mississippi. Can they do it against Tennessee?
I think they got a better chance. I mean, and we'll see. It's the end of this year. The Alabama game on offense that is elite. NFL receiver, NFL quarterback. So they'll face some challenges coming up. And it's again, football's a team game. You need the offense to step up sometimes when the defense has got a bigger challenge. The defense has coasted somewhat this year. Because they played teams that really don't throw the ball very well. So the end of the season, it's going to be, we'll see how much improvement that Brent Venables' defense has made since he's been here.
Yeah, and so it's going to take John Mateer playing his best game and the defense perhaps playing their best game in order to win this game on Saturday night. Hey, we're at Pub W in Brookhaven in Norman, and we'll be right back with more the Oklahoma Sports Report. And welcome back. Final segment, Oklahoma Sports Report. Mark Rodgers, Rick Heath from Pub W here at Brookhaven, where you can see this wonderful food. We have a fisherman's platter. We have the wonderful smokehouse sirloin, and then appetizer of queso fundido. You can get all of this at any of the Pub W's in the local area. It's the smokehouse menu, all now available And don't forget, happy hour 3 to 6 every day at Pub W. Enjoy all your sporting events, also with big screen TVs everywhere. Pub W. Mark, we didn't mention special team play, but special team play let OU down last Saturday against Mississippi.
You can't have turnovers in the special teams.
And penalties.
Right. Turnovers and penalties will get you killed. Field goal kicking still been pretty good for Oklahoma this year, and hopefully should be the rest of the way, but you don't want to get beat in the return game.
No, you don't. And you can't do that again. You can't turn the ball over. OU had just gotten got the lead, stopped them, got a punt at the 50-yard line, had that horrible fumble. They go in, kick a field goal, get pinned back by penalties on the special teams, another field goal, and then they get a safety. So that's 8 points. They just killed them right there. But let's talk about this coming Saturday against Tennessee. What would be your offensive game plan if you were helping draw up a game plan to help John Mateer?
Yeah, I like your idea. Short throws, get him some confidence. There have been receivers open that he's missed. The quarterback's best friend is a running game. So, OU struggled running the ball. They did run it well in the second half. I think you have to really get out there, and even though Tennessee probably knows, hey, we feel good about stopping Oklahoma and their running game, you got to try to run it. I mean, and then I think quarterback gets in a 2nd and 4 play. Defense has to defend a little bit differently than they do when it's 2nd and 9. And so first down incompletions are also, that's not good, whether they be short passes or intermediate passes. OU has to do a better job, just execution every down. And I think that things can change and Mateer can get some confidence back going.
Well, and that's Ben Arbuckle. I mean, Ben Arbuckle's got to come up with a game plan that gives Mateer a chance to succeed and not have him be throwing 20-yard sideline outs over the cornerback and linebacker and underneath the safety. I mean, those are professional style right now. It just doesn't have that, or maybe not the time either. Running the ball well, Xavier had a good running game, and he needs to run the ball better, and so does everybody. And Mateer might even need to be a little bit more involved in the run game, and not so much design trades, but get him out on the corner where he can do a run pass option. And if that works, they have a chance. Let's talk defense. To me, the biggest question mark for the defense is not to give Aguilar a whole lot of time, because he has shown he can throw the ball from the pocket and be accurate.
Well, I think also Brent is very dedicated to trying to stop the run. I mean, you may have to just look at your guys in the face and say, hey, we're going to have to stop the run with a light box, because this guy can really throw. We're going to have to drop some people in coverage, or we're going to have some situational blitzes and things like that. So
I like that, because your front four, if they're as good as people think they are and say they are, and they've played up to this point, they should be able to control the run with just those front four and still get pressure when it does drop back.
Yeah, I think that, and teams can take advantage of when they've been able to figure out where the pressure is coming from. So you're going to have to play this Tennessee team pretty honest. You're going to have to be good in coverage. And
Josh Heupel, as you said, he's second only to Lane Kiffin, or maybe equal to Lane Kiffin as far as an offensive coordinator. So they're going to have their work cut out. That's
safety play needs to be better. I don't think it was a great week for the safeties.
It wasn't. They left a lot of open receivers over the middle, and they found him in that fourth quarter and just drove it down OU's throat. And Josh Heupel he watches tape just like everybody else. Okay, Lane Kiffin. I got a real quick deal about Lane Kiffin. I'd forgotten Lane Kiffin was a University of Tennessee coach. He went from there to SC. Got fired at SC, went to Nick Saban's coach's rehab clinic down in Tuscaloosa, and then went to Florida Atlantic and then Mississippi. So he's a sought-after coach. Whether or not he will get one of the LSU or Florida jobs is pretty much assured. Whatever job he wants, he will get. I'm going to pick this game. I've got it 42-35 Tennessee.
That's a lot of points. I'm going to take Oklahoma winning it 34-30. I think they get just enough, maybe the most that they've scored in the SEC, and it's a better matchup for them this week, so I think the Sooners come away with a win.
I'm doing a double jinx. I'm picking Tennessee, and I'm hoping you're right. Hey, that's going to do it for this week's show. We'll see you next time on the Oklahoma Sports Report.